Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel. I hope everyone is well. For those of you that are existing subscribers, you are most welcome. If you are new to the channel, you are also most welcome. If you are new, please don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notification of all new videos that I produce. And I should also mention that you must press the all button. Okay, so today we're carrying on with more work on histograms. So some parents and subscribers have asked me to produce another PowerPoint that shows interpreting or how to interpret histograms. And before we make a start, I make the plea as always to please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Please watch as often as you can, and please help by asking others, friends, colleagues, etc. to subscribe. Please help me to get to that magic 1000 and above. Okay. So as always, we have a starter, and this is going to recap your drawing skills and your skills to calculate frequency density. So remember, that is the key to drawing histograms, the frequency density. Okay, so we have a formula for that: frequency divided by class width. Okay, then I want you to plot that data once we've done it. So I have got another slide showing the data again, but I want you to plot that data. So people asking me how long these lessons should take, and the answer is, if you stop at the appropriate places where I say freeze the screen and do the calculation, do the drawing, it should be half an hour to 40 minutes. Okay, so 5 seconds and then I shall go through the frequency density. So you notice that the class width is laid out in a slightly different way, so you need to look out for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first frequency is 30 and the class width is 60, 0 to 60. Okay. And then the 90 is 60 and above 60. So the next one is 90, and our class width goes from 60 to 120. So it's 90 divided by 60, which of course is 1.5. Then we have 140, and the class width is from 120 to 140. So that is 20. 140 divided by 20 is 7. Then we have 180. 180 divided by 20, because it goes from 140 to 160. That is 9. Okay, 180 divided by 20 is 9. The final one we're given, so it is 80. 240 take away 160. Okay, 160 divided by 80 is of course 2. Okay, so here is the data again, and I want you to plot it like this. Okay, so I'll give you 5 seconds, if you haven't done so, to plot those figures, those density frequency figures, and create a histogram. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the scale that I have drawn, and the seconds go on there. This is what it should look like. That is 0.5. That is 1.5. That is the 7. That is the 9. And finally 2. So that's what it should look like. Okay, so that's one task, and then of course you'll be asked various questions around this. So we're going to carry on and see what questions you could be asked. Okay, so just to reiterate, that frequency, it's the area that we are looking at. Okay, so I want you to find out how many people are in the fourth group. So the fourth group is a rectangle measuring 20, because that's the width. It goes from although it's not marked on there, 140 to 160, and the density is at 9. How many people is that? So see if you've remembered. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm about to reveal the answer. So there is our fourth rectangle, and this is what we do. 20 times 9 is 180 people. Okay, so here's another question we could be asked. Estimate the number of people who took between 30 and 90 seconds to complete the test. So if you can remember from the previous lesson, we need to find those areas, create rectangles, and do some multiplications. Okay, 5 seconds for you to have a go, for you to freeze the screen. Okay, I'm about to reveal the answer. So that is the area that we need. So 30 to the rectangles. Oh yeah, I think area that we need 30 to 90. So here there are two rectangles. That's the first one, and so that was 0.5 times 30, which comes to 15, and this is the second one, and that is 2 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 30, which is 45, and we just add the 45 and the 15. So I hope I didn't confuse you too much. So we mark out the rectangles and work out the frequency density. So in number 1 it was 0.5, and multiplied that by 30, which is the area there. Okay, and in the second one it was also 30. Okay, so the total 45 and 15 makes 60 people. Okay, here's another one, and this is a sort of question you could ask. It's to calculate the frequency. Okay, so I think this is quite an easy thing to do. So we're just looking at the density and the area and multiplying the two. Okay, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the first one. So the density is 20, and the frequency, the speed, the area is 20, and the density is 2, so that's 40. In the second one, that rectangle is 30, because it goes from 20 to 50, and we multiply that by the density, and that's 180. Here it is 10, and the density is 8, so it is 80. And here is 10 again, but the density is 5, so it's 50. And here it's 20 and 1. Okay, so I hope you found that easy. So we're doing another one. Let's see what the question is. It's estimate the number of people whose average speed was 10 to 40. Okay, so remember, mark out the area that we need, and then mark out the rectangles and do the appropriate multiplication. 5 seconds, and then I shall go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that is the boundaries. Okay, so rectangle number 1, which is this one, it's 10 multiplied by 2, which is 20, and rectangle number 2, which is this one. So that goes from 20 to 40, so it's 20, and the density is 6, that's 120, and we merely add the 2 to get 140 people. Alright, so I've got a few of the examples and the sorts of questions that you could be asked. So here's another one. Let's see what the question is. The question is, estimate the number of people whose average speed was 45 to 65. So remember, mark that out and then do the appropriate multiplications. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that is the area that we need. Then we need to mark out the rectangles. So we've actually got 3 rectangles here. That's the first one. And that is 5 multiplied by 6. This is the second one. And that is 10 times 8. And then we've got a third one here as well, which is 5 times 5, 25. So we just add 30, 80 and 25 and we get 135. It is as easy as that. Okay, moving on. Okay, see what the question is. 100 farms produced 400 to 450 gallons. How many produced 150 to 250 gallons? So slightly different question here. Okay, going to leave you to mull over and then I shall go over the answer. Okay, so I hope you froze the screen. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So firstly the 100, where does that go? That goes here because we are told so. So the rest must be 50. But what times 50 is 2? The answer is obviously 2. So the height must be 2, making the height of the grid line 4 units. Okay, so that is the grid line. It's not working yet. Okay, so mark the rest. So that is the area that we need. So here we needed to sort of work out the scale or the measurements on the frequency density. So that is the area that we need for 150 to 250, and now that's quite easy, isn't it? So it's 100, which is the width, and the frequency density is 10, so the answer is 1000. So you must look carefully at the information that is given and what you need to work out. Here we needed to work out the frequency density scale. Okay, another one. So again, we're not given the frequency density. The question is, 900 farms produced up to 150 gallons. Estimate the number that produced 200 to 300. Okay, 5 seconds for you to have a go at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you look at that, that is where 150 goes up to. So what must the density be? So the class width there is 150. So times what is 900. So that height, the unit must be 6. So we mark off 6. And the other numbers here. Okay, and now life is a lot easier. We're just going to look at the 200 to 300 gallons, which is here, and we've got two rectangles there. So rectangle number 1 is there. That's 50. That's the width, and the density is 15. 750 there. Rectangle 2, which is here, and again it's 50, and multiply that by 18. Okay, so these are the sorts of questions you could be asked. These are GCSE standard, by the way. Okay, so the total at 900 plus 750 is 1650. Okay, and another question. This is asking us what the median is. So remember, the median is going to be the middle item. So quite a little bit more challenging. So we can remember the median. So remember, we need to calculate the numbers in each area and then find the middle item, or the middle class. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, so this is the sort of formula, if you like, and that's the actual calculations, but I'll explain it. So it's actually 2250, but I'm going to explain it. So what we have here is 900 farms, 6 times 150 again, and we carry on. So that's 150, that's 100 times 12. Here it's 18, so 250, so that's 100 times 18, and so on. Okay, so and I just merely added those up, and that comes to 4,500 plus 1. Okay, so sorry, we do the cumulative frequency in each of these. Alright, so after the first two groups we had 2,100 farms from the total, and after the 250, 350 groups we have 3,900 farms, so the middle farm must be in that group. Okay, from 250 to 350. Alright, because well, it's in the middle of that group. Okay, and that is it. That's the end of the session. But as always, I found a GCSE question for you guys to have a go at. So the histogram represents the birth weights of 150 babies. 30 babies weighed over 4.5 kg. Babies weighing under 2 kg are taken to the special care unit. Calculate the number of babies taken to the special care unit. Okay, so again, remember, we don't have the frequency density, so that needs to be worked out, and then we've got some calculations to do. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, so let's look at the answer. So we are given this information: 30 babies that weighed over 4.5 30 babies weigh over this number. So from that we should be able to calculate the frequency markings. So first of all, that's 1.5. So that equals 20. So we look at that and mark off the 20, and then we can do the others, the 10, 20. So we've already marked 20, 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then we can do the rest quite easily, can't we? Okay, this is the area that we need. So sorry, there's 2 rectangles there. Okay, babies under 2 kg. Yeah, so we mark off 2 kg and those are the rectangles. So the buttons are not working, so that it comes to 12 obviously. That is rectangle 2, if I can mark it. Yep, that's rectangle 2, and that is 0.5 from, because it was in the middle, 1.5, and 0.5 reading on the other side is 16, and that's 8, and we just add the two together, 12 and 8 gives you 20 babies. Okay, so quite a challenging question, but typical of a GCSE question. Okay, but just by way of summary then, so we've recapped how to draw histogram, and we've learned how to interpret the histograms to make estimates. Okay, so for many people, they've told me that it is quite a challenging topic. Well, we can only practice. So do go over the things that I've done, and I'm sure you will get it the second or third time. Okay, just remains for me to say thank you very, very, very much for watching. I do hope that the explanations were sufficient. I do hope I did enough examples. So I make the plea once again, please share and subscribe to the channel, particularly the subscribe. Please help in whatever way that you can. It just remains for me to say, look after yourself, look after others, अपना ख्याल रखना, दूसरों का ख्याल रखना, मुझे दुआओं में याद रखना. अल्लाह हाफिज़.